This is Mrs. Oakley, and today we're going to look at Unit 1, Lesson 9, circle graphs. Now, I know you've seen these most likely in social studies or in science, and maybe even some in math. We're going to learn a little bit about them, just kind of touch the surface, and then you'll learn more about them next year. All right, so math terms. A circle graph, we also call this a pie chart, or pie graph, could be another way, displays data as sections of a circle. Remember, a full circle represents 100% of the data. The percent in each section represents one part of that whole. Okay, so here's an example. Here we have a pie graph. 25% of the 20 students like basketball, 30 like percent like baseball, 40% like football, and there's that little 5% likes hockey. Now, to find out how many numbers, we have to do something. And on this part here, I don't mind if you use a calculator because we're not working on how do we multiply. We're working on do we know how to get the process. So what we would do is we have right here, it says 20 students, okay? 20 students. So we take 20 and we're going to look at football first. So 40%, we haven't talked about this a whole lot yet. We will later in the year. This is why I said it's okay to use a calculator. So 20 times 0.40. So all I do is take the percentage and put it into a decimal. So football, if I do 20 times 40, or 40% or 0.40, I get 8 students. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take those 20 students, I'm going to multiply it by 30%, which is 0.30 as a decimal. That's going to get me 6. Okay. Now, looking at basketball is 25. 20 times 0.25 gets me 5. And here we go. To make it, there has to be 2 numbers behind the decimal, but since I only have 1 as my percent, in front of it goes the 0. That's going to get me 1. Now, here's what I need you to understand. Remember we talked about the circle is a whole and has to add up to 100%, correct? And each part has its own. But 100% in this case would be 20. So 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 1 equals the 20 students. So in the end, whatever the whole amount was, that has to add up to it. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so here's another bar or circle graph. I changed the percentage a little bit, keep the same sports. So football is now 50%. So, and now we have 40 students. So 40 times 0.50 gets us 20. Think about this. This would be like half of it. Okay. For 25% times 40 would get us 10. 15% times 40 would get us 6. And this little 10% here, percent right here is 4. Now, remember, when I add these together, it has to equal 100%, or it has to equal the whole. And in this case, remember, 40 is the whole. So 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 6 is 36, plus 4 is 40. Yep, 40 students. Great job. Okay, go ahead and try this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you the multiplication that you need to do. So go ahead and use your calculator on your computer. Remember, you go down to settings, you go to the window, and this will pop up. The little window will pop up, go to calculator. Okay, so you should have gotten 15. So half of 30 is 15. Okay, baseball has 30%. So 0 times 0.30, and that should have gotten you 9. And then for basketball, we have 20%. So 30 times 0.20 should have gotten you 6. Now, notice there are 30 students. Let's see if we did this right. 15 plus 9, well, that's 24. 24 plus 6, yep, that gets me my 30 students. Great job. All right, that's the end of this lesson. You only have the review and your assessment left, and then you'll be ready for Unit 2. Great job on this unit. I'll see you for the review.